So guys, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is now out. It's been out for a couple of weeks, and I think it's a good time to do a buy, no buy sort of review, give you my cons, pros, what I think is good and bad about the game, for you to make your own decision on whether you want to purchase the game. I've got some background gameplay going on here for you to take a look at as you listen along. So let's get started. So for those of you that don't know, Jurassic World Evolution 2, like Jurassic World Evolution, is a park builder game. Obviously Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, dinosaurs. There are over 75 species now in this game, including flyers and marine reptiles, so that's new. You get the, your Troodons, your mosasaurs, all that stuff, which is really, really new, different, cool. It's something that we all want in the game. There's also a lot more animations and interactions between different dinosaurs and all that stuff as well, which is really nice to see, and you'll see some of that later on in the video. And I'd also like to hit on that point, the graphics and all that stuff is top tier. It's much better than what it was in the last game from my personal opinion. I think it's 10 times better. The last game, looking at that game now compared to this game, is night and day. It's completely different. It's much better. In this game there is also a new territory system between dinosaurs, so you can have cohabitation with dinosaurs, different dinosaurs in one enclosure, and they form territories in this enclosure, which can lead to them fighting if they cross territories and all that stuff, which is much sort of more realistic in a way. Really does change up the the RNG fights and all that stuff. As you see the Anki walking out of the hatchery, there's much bigger than I think much bigger than what it was in the last game. Really cool green colour on it as well. And on the topic of herbivores, there's no longer a herbivore feeder either. They just eat what's on the floor. You can put in ground nut, ground fibre, all that stuff across the floor. That's what they eat, rather than having a feeder, which I think, much better. It makes a lot more sense as well. Definitely makes more sense, as the Anki takes a little rest there. So as you saw there, just coming out of the hatchery, there was just the one Anki. There is a new feature. There's different batch sizes of eggs. That can mean, for example, I think Struthia mimus can have up to 8 or 10 eggs in an incubator at once. And then you have a certain amount of viable eggs, and from that you can pick and select which ones you want to hatch. And you get different animations for the different amounts that come out. You will see that later on. So with certain things, raptors, struthies, troodons, those sorts of things that you can get more than one of, they do all come out at the same time. That is a new feature that you see in this game. Another cool thing, the velociraptors, as I mentioned just there is a new, just for I think velociraptors and Deinonychus, a new sort of gameplay style where there is pack hunting. So raptors and Deinonychus, they can hunt in packs, I think only 4 per pack, but it's a much cool thing. Very different, obviously they fight in a group rather than on their own. I'm about 30 hours in, as I say. The campaign and the chaos theory modes, I've done I've done the whole campaign and done half of the chaos theories so far, just taking it slow, relaxing through it. Do seem pretty good. Slight bit of repetitiveness in there, but they are pretty fun. They keep you going through it all. They are what they are. They're pretty good. The voice actors are a bit annoying, but it's what it is. You put up with it. That's the Tropognathus, something like that. One of the new flyers in there that you can see. You get to see it fly around there. So the animations are a little bit goofy at the moment, but it's new stuff, isn't it? Anyway, onto a couple of the cons that I got. That's a really cool animation for the Allosaurus as well, by the way. Busts his way through the gate. It's very different. That's a very unique one. Which brings me on to my first point, actually. you know, obviously they have brought out lots more animations for dinosaurs coming out the hatchery, fighting, interactions and all that stuff. You can always have more. You can never complain about more for unique animations for different dinosaurs. You know, there can always be more. I'm not going to say that they haven't done a good job. Frontier have done really well with this, but you know, we can always have more. And as we saw with the flyers there, similarly with the marine reptiles and even some of the normal dinosaurs that were from the last game, the movements and interactions can be a little bit glitchy. You know, they cut in, cut out now and again, start walking backwards, glitching through certain things, you know, but that's expected. It's early days as well. And I don't really show much of it in this video, but the hatcheries and the for the aviary is actually different to the normal dinosaurs. So that's not too much of a different thing. It doesn't work very differently, but it's a bit of a different design. In terms of the actual aviary enclosures and the marine enclosures, the lagoons, not much can be done in terms of designing them. Obviously, as you see here with the Allosaurus, you have to put in water. Sometimes certain dinosaurs like forests, as I say with the Yankee, they have to have ground nut or fibre for them to eat. With the marines, there's nothing you can really do to customize the enclosure. Obviously they need feeders, viewing platforms and all that stuff, but outside of that, you know, it's just a swimming pool, big swimming pool basically. There's a little double animation for you there, the Carnotaurus coming out, and a bit of fighting, you know, a bit of the animations there, pretty cool. And you'll also see in the aviary earlier, there wasn't much you can do with it. I had to whack down a little bit of forest and a bit of water for them to eat. Piscivore feeders now, I think that's how you say it, the fish. So certain things like that need that, the flyers and I think Suchomimus, you know, they eat fish, piscivore eaters. So maybe something they could add in the future would be, you know, a bit more customization for the enclosures of the aviary and the lagoons, but you know, for now it's good that we've got them in the game and they can always add to it. So all in all, with this game, I'd definitely say it's much better than Jurassic World Evolution. For me, it wasn't. Jurassic World Evolution wasn't something I played much. It was good. I didn't really go too in depth with it. But yeah, I'd say if you can afford it, if it's something you can get, I would 100% recommend buying this game. I've had much more fun with it than I thought I would. As much as I love dinosaurs, the last game wasn't really for me. I stuck with Ark Survival Evolved, but this game is really securing my interest, and I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, there's always going to be DLCs in the future. We know that something like that's going to be coming. Hopefully, they bring out lots more dinosaurs, lots more cool things. I know a lot of people want to see a Megalodon. Quetzalcoatlus for the flyers is a big one. We've got the Spino in this game, and it looks really cool as well, so that's always nice. There's lots of colour patterns and variations and all that you can do as well, which are really cool. So as I say, the graphics and everything like that are much better on this game than they were in Jurassic World Evolution, in my opinion. It'll just completely, and if you could look at this gameplay and look at the old gameplay, it's much different. So yeah, in terms of my honest personal view, I'm not going to say you have to buy it, you know, it's your decision. You can look at someone else's video, see what they say about it. But in my opinion, I would always recommend this game. If you like dinosaurs, if you like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, if you like a game where you have to build zoos, stuff like that, Planet Zoo is similar to stuff like that, you know. It's a great game. It really is. Based off of my experience with the last game, I wouldn't have thought I'd be saying that, but I craved in, bought the game, and to be fair, I'm really happy I did. I fully do recommend it. So if you can afford it, get it. Thanks for watching. I'll leave you with some more gameplay.